Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for the sign in the title below because this is a bulk introduction. As ever, there'll be a timestamp down below so that you can watch more than one and get past all my waffle. Because I'd like you to watch your sun, your moon and your rising, especially rising. Sun and rising, most importantly, moon as well, because that can influence sort of the way that you're feeling, the more internal inside stuff. But anyway, on I think it's 30th of June, so Monday, the second of 3 Jupiter Pluto conjunctions go exact. So at the moment Jupiter is retrograde, so it's gone past Pluto, it's coming back again, it's going to go straight past, and then later in the year it's going to go past again and conjoin one last time. So we're in the middle of the story. I've already done the readings because I often think after I go through the zodiac readings, I normally do the intro first, then do the readings, and then I'm like, oh, I want to do an epilogue. I want to do a comment on the themes that I've seen coming out. So I thought, well, why not do the intro second? It's very much we are being tasked to work. We are taking things on board. Our roles are being made clear to us. And when I say that, they're being made clear to us by us or the planets, but it's not like it's getting imposed in from on high. It's all like activating soul contracts and all the hippie stuff, but you know, it's where you feel right, where you have the ability to take power in your own world and just work hard. We are all going to be working the land. Now, just a note, from Aries through till, I didn't realise until Sagittarius, so Aries through Scorpio, I got the houses sort of wrong. So unless you use an equal sign system and your sun, moon or rising sign is 24 degrees or past, where I said the first house, it would, where I said the second house, it would be the first. Where I said the third house, it would be the second, and so on and so forth. But I'm sure there was a reason for it because I sat down and I worked it out, and then somewhere along the line it got mixed up. So ignore what I say about houses in terms of the astrology, but don't ignore it in terms of the reading that I give you, because there will be a reason for it. There will be a reason that, you know, it's either not going to affect the reading at all, or it's going to help me shape the reading that I give to you. As a general reading rules apply. You know, roles can be reversed, timing's hardly absolute, and hey, this one's going to last us till, I think it's either October or December, the next conjunction. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's December. You can ask a question before this reading, so if you want to do that, pause the video, think about all the questions that are around you, be aware of all of them, pick one of them, focus on it to put energy into the process, and hopefully I will return that energy to you. And if I don't, the universe will somehow. I am not going to guarantee that your question gets answered, or that the question you choose is the one that gets answered, because the cards will answer what they want and not necessarily what you and I. So that's why I say be aware of all of the questions. Now, what I am going to do is read the symbols of this degree. So from inside degrees, 24 degrees something is the 25th degree of Capricorn. And in inside degrees, the image is a woman wearing a mask made out of butterfly wings. Now that immediately leads me to, okay, wearing a mask, adopting a role, hiding something, fighting crime, you know, because of course I would think that way. Butterfly wings, transformation, spirituality. You know, it's literally a mask composed of souls, which can be a good thing. I would hope it's a good thing. You know, it's like taking on board the qualities and the duties and responsibilities of civil rights campaigners who passed before us, or environmental activists who passed before us, whoever. So, a woman wearing a mask made out of butterfly wings, wrapped about in customary trappings, made to look and act the part superbly, programmed to do everything on cue. Taking yourself in hand and subordinating all other factors to ambition, power and worldly position, in a premeditated, systematic, super-orderly fashion, fitting the role. So good at this you fool yourself. The perfect wraparound setup of simply turning yourself into what everyone needs to see. There's definitely two ways you can interpret all of this. The perfect wraparound setup of simply turning yourself in is what everyone sees, yeah. But because there is so much manipulation and control in it, this can become highly corrupted. It all depends on the motivation. At best, you will become a viable role model for a given set of characteristics of an advanced kind to be embodied perfectly. But at worst, you will deceive and beguile and manoeuvre so smoothly that no one will know who you serve, who your master is, and where this all comes from at all. Now, Astrotheme says it is in an amphitheatre, an arrow is shot by an invisible hand. So it's taking aim, practice. It's the manoeuvring of spirit in your life. I could waffle for ages, especially that mask one. There is an element of fake it till you make it. There is an element of do not deceive yourself. There is an element of I can see that this needs to be done, and I can see that this is the person I need to be in order to get it done. So have a look at each reading, see what you think. Obviously, I'm going to ask you to like the videos if you do like them. Subscribe if you like what you see, because the subscribes and the like buttons really do help the video and the channel irrespectively, sorry. And comment, because it's always good to receive your feedback. Sometimes YouTube is a bit slow to alerting me that I have the comments, but you know, I will get back to you sometimes as late as 3 weeks later, but I try to do it quicker than that. I really do. But in the meantime, I think that's everything I've got to say. Oh yes, down below, details about the reading, obviously, details of how to contact me, and a link to a Facebook group where I post these videos and the astrology videos I watch, and various other things that I find of interest. So I don't really use the community tab, but one thing I would ask with this one also, I'm thinking about starting to do live streams, so let me know if you're interested in that. And obviously I'm still working on, although I haven't done any for a week or so, Chinese and Western zodiac combinations. So again, comment and let me know if there's any I need to put on my list. All right, I'll bring up the cards. And welcome Aries rising and Aries moon after the timestamp. Now, if you are indeed Aries rising, then this is occurring in your 9th house, where you get to broaden your horizons, either in a spiritual or academic manner, or even go on a long journey. But when this age of lockdown and coronavirus, I'm not sure how many long journeys any of us will be going on physically at the moment. That may well be more of a metaphorical one. And this is highlighted in your cards. You have a dream starting off, the Ace of Cups. So possibly new love, but I don't think so, because it all seems very, I mean, what a surprise, Aries. It's a reading about your job and career. Because the dream is related to wealth and abundance. You know, Ten of Pentacles right here. But it's also where you are being called to protect your abundance and your wealth. This Four of Pentacles is almost saying, it's saying to me, choose wisely. Because there is Seven of Cups on the bottom of this deck here. Oh, you can't quite see that in the camera, but of this deck, Seven of Cups on the bottom of it. Oh, I might as well put that up there. And there's plenty of options at the moment, and you do have a dream in which you're wanting to surge forward with, because everything here, we have new beginnings. We have, so you have the dream, Ace of Cups, which is then has the Adept of Chalices, or King of Cups, straight underneath, but it's almost like you are swimming away to avoid a great wave that is coming to submerge your small pond. You know, the phrase of big fish in a small pond springs to mind, but you are swimming away to get out of its way because you can see it coming, which is that's a nice thing. But this is clarified by the Fool. So again, that act of getting out the way, protecting what is yours, is creating a new beginning for you. We have the Fool on the bottom here, and what is really interesting, so Fool here from Lost Tarot and Nostradamus, and then, oh, now what do you call this tarot? Tarot, the divinity, Gateway to the Divine. That's what they're called. That's some of the boxes down there. Yeah, Gateway to the Divine. So we have the Lovers card, making the choice, clarified by death. Either way, there will be change. So you make a choice that you do, or you make a choice that you don't. But there will be change. Either way, because you cannot escape that. We have karma, or the world, right here in the middle of the spread, which is causing you to act. So whether your act is to yes or to no, this involves actions. Lovers here, clarifying the Fool. So there's a lot of emphasis here on whatever you do, it's a new start, whatever. And I really feel that the way these cards are echoing out of three separate decks, Mystical Manga Tarot, the way that they are echoing again and again and again is saying that make the choice already. Whatever you do, make the choice. And I'm tempted to say that the choice is yes on something, but I can't tell what, because you have Seven of Cups here, so there's plenty of options, but it's got to be something that you see value in. Eight of Pentacles here, because either way things will start moving fast. Eight of Flames, so Eight of Wands, clarified by the Astrologer, which I think equates to the King of Pentacles, which is interesting. But oh no, 12, Knight of Pentacles. Let me have a look. So yeah, there's that image of cycles, obviously, and the image of the slow moving, because with Astrologer of Spheres, Knight of Spheres, is William Lilly, famed in his lifetime for predicting the Great Fire of London in '66. That's who we've got pictured on this card. Let me hold that up for you to see. It's not focusing, is it? Let me try that way. And not enough hands here. So accurate was his prophecy that he was arraigned on charges of having started the fire. Just as Nostradamus revolutionised the idea of prediction, Lilly changed the face of astrology forever when he published Christian astrology, which attempted to make the subject acceptable in Christian terms. Though his prophetic skills never rivaled that of Nostradamus, he was consulted by many of the most significant figures of his time and issued a whole number of almanacs predicting events on a yearly basis. So again, there's that sense of you could see it coming. Whatever it is that is coming to sweep you off your feet, You can see it coming. You know that it's coming, and you know that you have to make a choice. So make the choice already. Because I'd also say that you don't necessarily need to be paying attention to your friends as you make this choice. We have Three of Cups here, which is feeling really chaotic and like it's an influence that you could do without. Clarified by the King of Swords, who is very much on his own, very much being divinely inspired. And we have Four of Chalices here, showing that there is, you know, spirits like saying, come on now, do it. Whatever you're doing, get on with it. Eight of Flames here, Eight of Wands. Get moving. It won't be moving fast. It won't, you know, the Eight of Flames says it's fast movement, but it's got to be planned movement. So interpretation. The Astrologer of Spheres is a good man to have on your side at any time, but especially when you're in a tight spot. His active nature, strength and determination are all qualities which, when placed at your command, can turn a situation around. On a personal level, the card suggests a result of perseverance and knowing how to work well with others. Well, that flies in the face of what I was just seeing there, doesn't it? But there has to be, I mean, surprise Aries, you're going to need to be the leader. And I know it's a position that you like. You are probably a careful, obliging type who everyone likes to depend on. That's it really, because the reversed meaning rather tells me that make a decision and stick with it. Now, because I would get the impression that it's something that you will have already thought about. There is that, that element of foresight. As I said, you could see it coming. The astrologer can see it coming. It's that prophet, William Lilly. It is making a choice of, am I working with this or am I not? And I think whatever it is that you see the most value in, yes, go for that one. Because interestingly, yeah, you may well be working with others, but I still feel that the influence of friends is something that could distract you. Put it that way. Because if you don't need their cooperation, you don't need their opinion. That probably sounds harsh, but if it's nothing to do with them, it's nothing to do with them. That doesn't stop them being your friend, but it's nothing to do with them. So 4 cards also jumped out. So we've got Justice, 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles again, and then 8 of Cups. So it's like you are setting to put things right. You are moving forward with what you see value in and abandoning an old dream. So there is, that explains more this 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, because there is an old dream and there is a new dream. Now, I'm not going to say go for the new. I'm going to say go for the one that you see the greatest value in. And with that 4 of Cups and Cardinal of Stars here as well, that element of divine guidance is obviously there. So yeah, pay attention to your coincidences, synchronicities, pay attention to those urges that you feel that you're thinking, I've got an urge to do this and I don't know where it's coming from. Or if you're aware of spirit, you do know where it's coming from. But if you're not so aware of spirit and you're like, my gut says I should do this, but I've also got this feeling that I shouldn't. I should go this way instead. Go that way instead. That's the one to follow, because it will soon be revealed what has the greatest value. This is actually really positive. And as I said, I feel that this balance of dreams is something that you may have been working with for some time, because both planets are retrograde. So it's going back over the point. This is the second time Jupiter and Pluto have conjuncted this year at exactly the same point, 24 degrees Capricorn. And they'll be going back over it again yet. But now you can make your choices on the information that you have, and you can start working, because the world is going to be changing quickly around you. Your dream, even in and of itself, this new dream, or the choice that you make, that's going to mutate somewhat and grow, and that's only fair. It should do, as it fleshes itself out more, I think is the best way to put it. This is a lovely reading, Aries. I wish I could waffle on for longer, but this is a lot. So if this means anything to you, comment down below. As I say, go for the divinely guided, go for the spiritually guided, go for the intuition leads you one way. If your gut says one way and your intuition says the other, go with the intuition, because the gut may be reacting to fears or programmings that aren't relevant anymore. Right, so yes, like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and contact me if you want a personal reading. All right, cheers.